website I'm going to show you, which is really helpful and which I use for my own writing, is Purdue. Purdue is a university in the US, and their writing and speech center, which is like ours, but of course better equipped. They have a website where they have guidelines on writing. So this is a website that I use a lot. I still use. So this is the website. If you can see, if you just Google Purdue, you will find it, and then you will click. All right. So what we want to do, you use this page for when you want to find out whether you're complying with APA. So they have some lessons on how to write general writing issues. And then here is where they have all the styles, you know, and as we want APA here, they have 6th edition, don't have 7th. And then you go to the formatting style guide. Let's just go there. So you can see here what I was saying, that APA 6 is now out of date, but now they are telling you that it will be there until next year. They'll remove this website, and then they tell you the APA 7 can be found here. So that's one resource, the Purdue. If you have any doubts about whether you have formatted your work properly, this is the website to go for, and look for APA Formatting and Style, 6th edition. By now, everybody should have their own account that allows them to enter the Daystar eBrary. And if you haven't done it, I'll send you the email to ask for an account. So this is what the eBrary looks like. And let me say, there's somebody who is doing a paper on mathematics education. Let's even put mathematics education attitudes. Okay, then you search. Most of these books are so, oh, nice. African mathematics from bones to computers. Oh, okay. All right, okay. What happens is when you search using, like now I used those, these words, how many results did I get? It doesn't say. This, oh, it says 38,050. Those are too many. But I've seen something interesting here. So what you do, if you wanted to read this book and then quote it, what you do is that, of course, now I go to the book itself. And then I say read online. And you can even download it if you want. If you want to know the publication details, first of all, this is the title, African Mathematics, from Bones to Computers. That's the full title, that's the full title. And here it is. And the author, it's only one author, it's Abdul Karim Bangura, okay? And then it says the press, the publisher, and then it says these towns. These are towns. What you do is that you pick one town. And then you can see, and usually the copyright information is here. So copyright information is the year of publication, then the town, and then the publisher. So if we are now to write, let me just open a Word document so that I can show you how to now write the citation. This is the title, African Mathematics from Bones to Computers by Abdul Karim Bangura. So we are going to start with the name in the citations. So please don't say in your paper, Abdul says. You use the last name. So if we say, if you want to say Bangura has written an interesting explanation about mathematics in Africa, you write this way. Mathematics is not new to Africa. Or let's just even be posh and say, as Bangura 2012, that's his book, reminds us mathematics is not a new, no, mathematics is not new to Africa. Okay, so you use the last name and the year of the publication when you're writing the text. Yeah, but when it comes to the references, let me just write references. When it comes to the references, this is how you're going to write. You will start with the name Bangura, then his name Abdul A.K., like that, then 2012. All right, let's go back to the book. So the title of the book is African Mathematics from Bones to Computers. So we go back to our text, our paper, and say African Mathematics. Then you put a colon. When you have a title divided like that, you put a colon, 2 dots between the two, from bones to computers. And then, because this is the title of the article, and you are going to put it in italics, like that. And then, remember we said the town where the book is published is the one you're going to write. You go to the copyright page, and here it is, Lanham, Maryland. So you put Lanham, Maryland, and then you put a colon, and then you look now for the publisher's title, which is UPA. That's how you write a reference. And then remember, it is supposed to be in what do you call it? In hanging. So this should be hanging. Like that. All right. Now let's do for our website. Suppose you want to quote, who is a good blogger? But let's use Magunga. Okay, so now we are looking for a website where we are going to write. We are going to quote this website. So this is from magunga.com. Magunga is my good friend, so I'm happy to talk about his. So maybe you've decided that you want to quote this article. This is what you do. Please note, so that you don't copy paste blogs. It's very annoying because it shows some laziness. This is what you do. You look for that. Remember, it was author. The author is here, Magunga Williams. So let's go back to our dear word paper. So we do the reference. This is Magunga W. Okay. We check what is the year of publication. It's probably this year. We are going to quote this paper like this blog like it is a newspaper. Okay. So you look for the date. It's 5th October 2020. And most websites have the date somewhere there. So now we go back to our paper and it's 5th October 2020. We write. Now, when it comes to pieces like this, then you have to do the date slightly different. So you do 2020, October 5th, like that. Then back to Magunga's paper. What is the title of the article? This old gang of mine. Normally, the title of the paper is the one that is in the biggest letters. All right, so that's what we do. This old gang of mine. Full stop, space. Please don't put the space before the full stop, you put it after. So we have the title. We've done the date differently because it's as a day. This one is only a year. This one is a day. So we have to put the year and then the what do you call it? The date. The dates, the actual date. And then now this is the title we have put. So how do we now put the publication? Remember, I was telling you, you have a unit, which is a blog post, and the publication is the website. So what is the website? The website is the Magunga up here. Can you see over here? This is where usually you get the name of the website. So you can't see it very clearly, but, or you can, no. What you can do is instead of saying the Magunga, you just put it as magunga.com, like that, magunga.com. And then because it's a website, you have to write the URL, that is the address of the page. So you write here, retrieved from, and then you copy paste and you paste it. All right, so the person knows that what article you're talking about and where you got it from. Now let's see if we want, let's try and quote Magunga's article. So he says, what happens to male friendships as we get older? Oh, nice. And then he talks about his friends debating about getting married. And I am trying to push people to write like this, but anyway. Okay, send me your articles on development. So he gives a story about how they are changing as they get married. From these 2 paragraphs, I can already tell, I haven't read the whole article, but from these 2 paragraphs, you can tell that he's talking about the dilemma of how people move on after they graduate. You know, maybe you are together as the boys, you went out together, did things together, but as people start getting married, people start getting jobs, then the group starts to, what do you call? Not to split, what is the word? To grow apart, that's the word, to grow apart. And then he's talking about that dilemma. And the dilemma comes because people get married or people get certain jobs at different times. So somebody might get married immediately after campus, the other one may take another 20 years. So as the one who gets married first starts getting kids, it has an impact on the relationship because people are not as available. People have to choose the kind of relationships they are going to, the kind of things they can hang out with. New fathers can't drink all night and go back in the morning. I mean, things change. And so you can summarize this article. Remember, we talked about summary. You're not supposed to look at this article and repeat exactly what Magunga says. And that's another annoying thing when students just copy paste and say, so and so say it, so and so say it. No, you read it and then you decide what you want to do with the article. So you can say, Magunga explores how relationships change when people grow apart. That's it. All right. And then to go back to our Word document, you would just write, let's say that the paper, like me, that's the dilemma I had. So I'll just say, I have always, what do you call, struggled with keeping up with my friends after we graduated. Our new lives brought new interests. Magunga 2020 describes the same dilemma. The same dilemma with his friends. Okay? So you can see what you're supposed to do is not copy paste everything he says. You know, you're supposed to read the article and judge what is he doing with this article. And then you can even say he describes the same dilemma with his friends and comes to the conclusion that, let's go back to the article and then go to his conclusion. That there's a contradiction. If you see in this last paragraph, he says, I'm not sure if other young fellas are experiencing this or if it's just me. We men do not work hard at keeping friendships the way we do with relationships. I'm assuming he's talking about with love relationships, which is funny because many marriages end, but your boy will always be your boy. Almost as if the fire of male friendships can only slow down into embers, but can never really go off. That's why at the end of movies, the gang always comes back together, albeit too late. Oh, I love that. That's such a nice. Anyway, and you can see how to do a conclusion. You quote something else. You look for a metaphor that describes what you're talking about. So let's go back to my paper. And you can say something like, he comes to the conclusion that friendships with the gang never really end, even though they may cool down, even though the fire may cool down for some time. All right, that's what I was talking about, paraphrasing. When you're looking at other work, you don't need to copy paste to sound clever. Actually, what makes you sound clever is when it's clear that you read. So when you're able to, when you read it, then you're able to say how that other piece of work contributes to what you want to say.